Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class. Yeah, before I do anything, I need to know if you can see me. I need to know if you can hear me. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is A-okay. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is how it should be. Okay, Helga, thank you. Helga says yes. Kadeen, thank you. Kadeen says yes. Fire Candle, thank you. Fire Candle says yes. Carlos, yes. Howdy. Carlos says yes. Carlos says howdy. Thank you so much, Carlos. Katie says yes, thank you. Mercy says yes, thank you, Mercy. Okay, it's great to see you all because, of course, without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So I appreciate that. I appreciate your time, your precious, valuable time here with me. Okay, and as you know, we always start our class with a toast. So whatever you're drinking, pick it up. And we will have two toasts. Yes, two toasts. Our first toast will be for the green team. Yes, the members of the channel. You see them, their names are in green. Carlos is here. Carlos is on the green team. Carlos supports me. Carlos supports the channel financially. So let's give the green team a big thank you. Here we go. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink, bottoms up. Our second toast, it is for you. Yes, it is for you because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So let's toast to you. Let's toast to a fun, interesting, informative, and productive lesson today. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink, bottoms up. Very good coffee. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's now talk about today's lesson plan. And I have it right here on this sheet of paper. We are doing a conversation from my book, 50 Very Short Conversations. The topic is at home. After that, we have phrasal verbs today. Yes. Sunday is Phrasal Verbs Day, and our topic is business, and we have a video that will introduce us to those phrasal verbs, and then we have a worksheet that will help us make sentences. All right, so after that, we have conversation from the book, phrasal verbs, video and worksheet, and then after that, we have picture prompts. That is, you will see a picture and you will describe the picture. You will make sentences using the picture. There are 9 pictures. It's a worksheet. The topic is shopping and money. And we're going to use modal verbs to make our sentence. Should, must, might. All right, so that's what we're doing today. So I hope you are ready to practice with me. And of course, practice in the chat. By participating in the chat, by practicing in the chat, you are helping yourself and you are helping others because we learn by examples. And to enter the chat, you must subscribe to my channel. I do that to keep the bots out, to keep the spamming out, so we have a safe and fun place to practice our English together. So if you want to practice with us, if you want to participate with us, please subscribe to my channel, then you will get into the chat. I have only subscribers who can, only subscribers can enter the chat because by doing that, we keep the bots out, we keep the spamming out, so we have a fun and safe place to practice our English together. Okay, so let's get right into it. Oh, there's Hannah. Hello, Hannah. How are you today? Okay, good. Let's get right into it. Our first activity is a conversation, and the topic is at home. At home. And we have a conversation. I will read it 3 times. I want you to listen carefully. Then I will bring it on the screen and we will read the conversation together, okay? And there's an extension activity too, so we will practice the conversation plus use some other patterns to talk about at home. Okay, here we go. I'll read the conversation 3 times. First, you will listen, and then we'll look at the conversation on the screen. Okay, so here we go. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I like to dust. I like to iron. What else do you like to do? Well, I like to do the laundry. How about you? I like to dry the dishes, but I don't like to wash them. Okay, here we go. One more time. Well, actually, 2 more times. I like to dust. I like to iron. What else do you like to do? Well, I like to do the laundry. How about you? I like to dry the dishes, but I don't like to wash them. Okay, here we go. One more time. Last time, and then we'll look at the conversation together. I like to dust. I like to iron. What else do you like to do? Well, I like to do the laundry. How about you? I like to dry the dishes, but I don't like to wash them. Okay, so that was from the book. And now let's look at the conversation together and the extension activity, right? More practice. Okay, let's pop it up on the screen. There it is. We just popped it up on the screen. It's too small. We have to make it larger, right? Let's make it larger. I think that's a good idea. Okay, there we go. So this is conversation 9. Topic is at home. And it starts, I like to dust. I like to iron. And then it continues down here. What else do you like to do? Well, I like to do the laundry. How about you? I like to dry the dishes, but I don't like to wash them. Okay, so there we go. That's the conversation. Now, we have an extension part, right? So we're going to have more practice. So it says, list some household chores. List some household chores. So in the chat, write some household chores. Things that we have to do to keep our house clean, to keep our house running along, to keep our house livable, right? We can't just be like animals, right? Like animals just live in the forest, right? They just sleep in a tree or they just sleep on the ground. We're not animals. We don't do that. No, we have a home. We have an apartment. We live indoors. We have toilets. We have showers and baths, right? We have refrigerators. So we do not live like animals. No, we are people. So what are things that we have to do to keep the house, in order, to keep our house spick and span? Okay, Carlos, yep, vacuum the carpet. We have to vacuum the carpet. We got to get the dirt off the floor. Con, hello, Con. Yeah, we have to do laundry, right? We have to wash our clothes because if we just keep wearing the same clothes, we start smelling. People don't want to be around us. So we have to do the laundry. We have to wash our clothes. That is household chores. Alex, sweeping. Yeah, so vacuuming, that's a machine that lifts the dirt from carpets and rugs. And sweeping, we do that with a broom and we sweep on hard floors. Fire candle, mop the floor, right? So after you sweep the floor, then you mop the floor, right? You use water and soap and get it extra clean, get it spick and span. Katie, wash the windows. Yes, we have glass windows that we can see outside, and also the sun can come in to our home and light the house, right? And so so if we want to look out the window clearly, see everything clearly, we have to wash those windows. Oh, plants, right? So plants help help us breathe, right? They take the carbon dioxide and make oxygen, and so plants help us breathe better, and they look nice, and they're a good decoration, and we like living with plants. We like having plants in our home, so we need to water those plants. That's right. Wash the dishes. That's right. Carlos, right? So we have to eat, and we put the food on plates, and of course after we eat we have to wash those dishes because it's dirty after we eat. And if we don't wash the dishes, then maybe ants come into the kitchen, bugs come into the kitchen, and it's not very pretty. No, it's not very nice. So we need to wash our dishes. Clean the bathroom, right? So that's good, Katie. So we have to clean the bathroom. We use the bathroom, and things fall, like water gets on the floor, maybe other things, if you're washing your face, soap gets on the floor. Of course, dust gets on the floor, and the mirror and the sink and the bathtub and the shower. So we have to keep that clean, right? So we clean the bathroom. Very good. Carlos says, washing the dishes and watching Mark's videos. That's a good, so while you are washing the dishes, it's a great time to watch my videos. Thank you, Carlos. Okay, very good, everyone. That was great job. And what you were doing, you're listing the household chores, but using a sentence, right? I like to, so well done. Oh, cook. Helga says, I like to cook, right? Cooking is a household chore, right? We need to eat, we need nutrition in our body, so we cook in our kitchen, in our home, and yeah, we got to do that. And Helga made a sentence, I like to cook. Khan, I like to do laundry. Alex, I like to sweep. Fire, I like to mop the floor. Katie, I like to wash the windows. Mercy, I like to take care of my plants. Carlos, I like to help my wife wash the dishes. So great job. Hannah, I like to clean my room. Katie, I like to clean the bathroom. Okay, great job, everyone. That was our conversation from 50 Very Short Conversations, Amazon.com, link below. Okay, great job. Yep, so you guys listed household chores, things that we need to do to keep our house running smoothly, and you used them in sentence form, I like to. Okay, great job. It's time to go to our next activity. Well done, everyone. Okay, let's go to our next activity, and that will be phrasal verbs. Yes, we always do phrasal verbs on Sundays. So today is Sunday here in Japan, Sunday morning. Okay, so that was the conversation at home, household chores, right? Okay, nice, nicely done. And the sentence, I like to. And then we had, for example, I like to sweep the floor. we had, I like to wash the dishes, right? I think we had, I like to clean the bathroom. And so on, right? Household chores. And you can see, and then two, and then we have our be verb, or not be verb, but our base verb. Base verb. Right, so sweep, wash, clean. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so let's go to our next activity. And we have phrasal verbs, number 2. And our topic is business. And we're going to watch a video and do a worksheet. Okay, and the video is going to introduce the phrasal verbs. There are 9 phrasal verbs, and introduce the 9 phrasal verbs and the meaning of those 9 phrasal verbs. And then we have a worksheet where we will make sentences. Okay, so let's do it. Let's check out the video. Let's say the sentence. Well, let's say the phrasal verbs and their meaning. Here we go. Okay, yes, indeed. So, whoa, let's go back here a second. Let's do a little introduction here. So we have phrasal verbs. The topic is business. Yeah. Okay, there, I introduced the video. I did the introduction right then. Okay, let's look at those phrasal verbs. Our first one is bring up. Bring up, and that means introduce a topic or issue. Bring up, introduce a topic or issue, right? So we can say Bob brought up the problem with sales. Bob brought up the problem with sales, right? So you're in a business meeting and you bring up issues. You introduce topics or issues. Umesh, hello Umesh. Okay, number 2 is, sorry. Lay out, explain, or present clearly. Explain clearly or present clearly. Lay out. So let's say, okay, Bob brought up some the problems with the sales, right? Some issues with the sales, or where sales are going down. And so lay out the problem, right? So maybe it could be a slideshow, it could be a explanation, but it's laid out clearly where everyone in the meeting understands what those problems are, right? What are the problems? Complaints by customers. What are the complaints? Oh, it's too expensive, or there's the quality is not good enough, right? So bring up those issues and lay it out where everyone in the meeting knows exactly what we are talking about, and everyone in the meeting can put they can express their ideas. Talk over, discuss something before deciding. So again, we go back, keep the same theme. Bob brought up problems with the sales, present the problems, and then talk over those problems, right? Let's brainstorm, let's throw out some issues, or let's throw out some ideas. Let's talk those ideas over where we can fix those problems, right? Bring sales back up. draw up, prepare documents or agreement, draw up. And here, this is kind of a maybe like a contract, maybe a business arrangement. So you draw up what you want accomplished, draw up the responsibilities of the workers, right? So you apply for a job and they hire you, and you read like the agreement, right? So your employment agreement, and so the manager, the owner drew up the business agreement, the employee agreement. So the person working and the owners. So there's an agreement between the worker and the owner. Close down end operations, right? So, you know, Bob's company, the sales were going down. They talked about they discussed the problems, they drew up a plan, but it didn't work. And now the business is shut down. So they had to close down the business. It wasn't making money. It was losing money. Look into, investigate or research. Investigate or research, look into. So again, there's a problem and we need to look into what the problem is. Maybe it's a problem with an employee. Somebody at work is stealing, or someone at work, you know, is always late, or someone at work, they're not doing their job properly. So the management, the owner needs to look into the problems, what the employee is doing, why is there a problem with the employees. Number 7, back out of, cancel or withdraw from a deal. So maybe you are looking for a new job, and you do a few interviews with different companies, and one company you interviewed with, they say, oh, we want to hire you. And so you looked at their contract, they drew up an agreement between you and the company, and maybe you said, okay. And then you went home and you're thinking about it. You go, no, that is the wrong company for me. So you call back. I'm sorry, I have to back out of the agreement. I can't. I was thinking about it all night, and I think it's best that I look for a different job. Right? So you back out of your agreement. You said, okay, yes, I will work for you, but you're thinking about it overnight and you go, nah, maybe I shouldn't work there. Okay, number 8, go over, review carefully, right? So if you are going to work for a company and they have an agreement, you have maybe a contract between you and the company. So, or like anything you buy, maybe you're going to make payments. You cannot pay all the money up front, so you're going to make payments, like you're going to buy a car or use a credit card. So you go over the agreement, you go over the contract, right? Exactly what you have to do, exactly how much you have to pay. So you go over that carefully. You review the contract, you review the agreement. So you go over the agreement, you go over the contract, and carefully, right? You go over it carefully. One more. Sign off on. Sign off on. Officially approve. Officially approve. So sign off on. So maybe the staff, the employees, they want to change some rules at work, right? So maybe there's a rule of no drinking at work. No drinking at work. We're talking about water or coffee, okay, not alcohol, right? Of course, no drinking alcohol at work. That's not a good idea. But let's say there was a rule like no one can drink at work. Like no one can drink coffee at work. No one can drink water at work because maybe the company makes puzzles, or the company makes paper, and if you spill something, it can destroy things at work. So there's a rule: no drinking beverages like water or coffee or soda. But it's summer and it's hot, and the employees they're angry, like, oh, we're super thirsty. If we are careful, right? If we have a container, a sealed container, we should be able to drink at work, right? And so you tell the boss, you tell the manager, hey, if we have our drinks in a container, a safe container with a lid, it won't spill, we should be able to drink at work. And so the manager goes, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. If your beverage has a container, then I think it's safe. And so then the manager signs off on that idea, right? So then it's official. Now people can drink at work with a container, okay? So the boss, the manager signed off on that agreement. Now it's okay to drink a beverage with a container. Okay, good. So that was number 9. That was our phrasal verb video. Okay, so let's go over it. Let's say all 9 together. We're going to say all 9 phrasal verbs together, then we'll do the worksheet. Okay, so let's say the phrasal verbs together. Here we go. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 9. Here we go. Bring up. Bring up. Lay out. Lay out. Talk over. Talk over. Draw up. Draw up. Close down. Close down. Look into. Look into. Back out of. Back out of. Go over. Go over. Sign off on. Sign off on. Okay, great. Okay, those were the phrasal verbs. Topic, business. Now it's time for the worksheet. Let's do the worksheet. So let's put this down. Let's hide this. Let's check the box. Okay, good. Now let's do the worksheet. There is Maria from Brazil. That is a long name. 1, 2. Wow. Maria, very long name. Wow, wow, wow. Your name's like this long. Welcome, Maria. Welcome. I'm gonna say Maria because I think that's the simplest name there for me. Of all your names, I think I can pronounce Maria correctly. Okay, here we go. Let's do the worksheet. Maria, are you ready to do the worksheet? Are you ready to make sentences with us, with everyone in the chat? Please do. Let's practice together. There we go. I think, let's see, we got a couple worksheets today. Is this the right one? Oh, good, good, good. Here's our worksheet. And of course, Patreon, for all the worksheets, support me on Patreon so I can support you here. Support me there so I can support you here. So all the worksheets you see here are on my Patreon. Okay, so let's check out the phrasal verbs here. And as you can see, we have the phrasal verbs plus their meanings. And then below, we have example sentences. Here we go. Let's say the phrasal verbs again. Bring up, introduce a topic or issue, lay out, explain, or present clearly, talk over, discuss something before deciding, draw up, prepare a document or agreement, close down, end operations, look into, investigate, or research, back out of, cancel or withdraw from a deal, go over, review carefully, sign off on, officially approve. Let's make it a little bit larger. Well, okay, we'll make it larger when we start writing sentences. Now, down below, let's check out the example sentences, and I'll make these larger here. Here we go. Everyone can see now. I know some of you are using your cell phone, your smartphone, so you have a small screen perhaps. Okay, here we have example sentences. Let's say them together. Here we go. He brought up the budget in the meeting. He brought up the budget in the meeting. So the phrasal verb, bring up. Number 2, she laid out the plan step by step. She laid out the plan step by step, lay out. Number 3, let's talk it over before we sign. Let's talk it over before we sign. So it is talk over. Number 4, they drew up a contract last week. They drew up a contract last week, draw up. Number 5, the company closed down its New York office. The company closed down its New York office, closed down. Okay, we have a few more here. Number 6, we're looking into that problem now. We're looking into that problem now. Look into. Number 7, they backed out of the agreement last minute. They backed out of the agreement last minute. Back out of. Number 8, we went over the proposal again. We went over the proposal again. Go over. Number 9, last one. The manager signed off on the budget. The manager signed off on the budget. Sign off on is the phrasal verb. Now, okay, those are example sentences. Now we want to see your sentences using these phrasal verbs. The topic is business. Make it a little bit smaller now. Get it right. Here we go. We got the first 6 here. The first group of phrasal verbs: bring up, lay out, talk over, draw up, close down, look into. Okay, Carlos uses his phone. So Carlos, can you see the words okay? Can you see the words okay? Okay, let's make sentences. Okay, Umesh, I brought up the issue before the Prime Minister. Okay, good. Okay, good, good, Carlos. You have good eyes. Carlos has good eyes. Carlos has carpenter eyes. Carpenters need to see those little corners and straight lines and things like that. Yeah, so Umesh, you wouldn't use the Prime Minister. There's only one Prime Minister in India, so the Prime Minister. Fire! The House brought up the aid package yesterday. Very good. Carlos, the lumber store at the downtown closed down last week. The lumber store down. Okay, we don't use that. Okay, Carlos? So just downtown. The lumber store downtown closed last week, or closed down, sorry. Closed down last week. So you want to put a D at the end of close to make it past tense because it happened last week. The lumber store downtown closed down last week. Kadeen, they didn't bring the subject up at the meeting. Good. Umesh, I laid out the project clearly. Okay, one more time. We need the project because that's what we're talking about. So we need the article the. Helga, the manager brought up the delivery problem in the meeting. Very good. Umesh, I brought up the issue before the Prime Minister. Perfect. Good, Umesh. Carlos, good. The lumber store downtown closed down last week. Perfect. Perfect sentence. Yeah, it's sad to see businesses close down, especially ones you like, right? Businesses you like, when you see they close down, makes you feel like, why? I liked that store. Henna, she brought up her proposal yesterday and I told her I'll look into it. Very good. Umesh, I laid out the project clearly. Very good. Umesh, let's talk over the plan. Good. Okay, I'm going to move it down a little bit so we can see all 9 together here. There we go. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, if I go any bigger, we're not going to fit all the words in. Okay, there we go. There's all 9. And then the last 3, back out of, go over, sign off on. Katie, you should take over more often. You have good ideas. Good, good, Katie. Carlos, we signed off on, sign off. Yeah, so you need on there, Carlos. We signed off on the contract and we need to use helmets and safety glasses all the time, guys. Yep, good, Carlos. So we signed off on the contract and we need to use helmets and safety glasses all the time. Actually, we say hard hats. So helmets, you use helmets on motorcycles, right? When you ride a motorcycle, you use a helmet. But construction site, we use a hard hat. Fire. The CEO laid out his big plan in front of all his subordinates. Good. Helga, my colleague laid out the reason of the delivery problem. Umesh, I drew up the hotel agreement this year. Helga, we talked over the ways to resolve the problem. Umesh, I closed down the computer and went out. Okay, good, good. Good sentences, everyone. Wow, everyone business people here today. We have lots of business people in the house, in the chat. We have great sentences. The topic is business, yeah? And so you guys know your business. Yeah, great sentences. Remember, we learn from examples, great examples in the chat. Well done, everyone. Okay, Carlos, we signed off on the contract. We need to use hard hats all the time. Good. Helga, the manager drew up the new rules. Umesh, I looked at the project. Yeah, great. Let's go 3 more minutes and then we're going to change activities. Okay, so great sentences, everyone. Let's go 3 more minutes. Write your sentences using these phrasal verbs about business. Okay, we're starting. Okay, write your sentences. Fire, don't decide anything before talking over the present issues carefully. Great. Katie, I need to do some looking into before starting the... Okay, so Katie, I need to do some, and then we need looking. So for your sentence, you need to have looking into. So I need to do some looking into before starting the project. Umesh, I looked into the project one more time. Okay, good, Katie. Okay, so Katie, I want you to redo your sentence. So I always say this, Katie. So if I give you a suggestion or like, okay, if I tell you, okay, change your sentence, I want you to rewrite your sentence. That way, that process of rewriting, you're going to be more aware of the mistake and you're going to remember making that mistake and you will remember fixing that mistake, right? So just listening is not enough. Like, oh, okay, I understand. That's not enough. You need to rewrite your sentence the correct way. By doing that, you're going to remember that mistake and you remember fixing it. So in the future, you won't make that mistake again. Well, you'll have a better chance. If you just say, okay, you might do it again. So please rewrite your sentence. We're here to practice. You're here practicing your English. So please rewrite your sentence using looking into. Oops. Oops, here we go. There it is. Katie, don't worry. The lawyer is drawing up the document. Very good. Henna, I can't work for you. I'm backing out. Good, Henna. Helga, we prevented the project from being closed down. Good. Carlos, I will go over the contract tonight. I will let you know tomorrow before signing off on the contract. Okay, Carlos, we have to fix your sentence a little bit. Here we go. We just need to add some words here, Carlos. Okay, we have three minutes. Okay, here we go. Carlos, I will go over the contract tonight. I will let you know tomorrow before signing off on the contract. Before signing off on the contract. So Carlos, so I will go over the contract tonight, so future, right? So it's daytime right now, for example, we're talking about it. And I will go over the contract tonight. So that's future, right? You're using will, right? That's good. And then we're going to tomorrow's future, right? So you want to continue the future. I will let you know tomorrow. And then, so you're going to sign before you sign the contract. You will look it over closely, right? So I will let you know tomorrow before signing off on the contract. So that piece of paper, you know it, the boss knows it, so we say the contract, right? Both people know the thing, so we need to use the. So one more time, Carlos. I will go over the contract tonight. I will let you know tomorrow before signing off on the contract. Helga, it's important to look into the new rules. That's right. You don't want to break the rules. If they're new rules, maybe you don't know about those rules because they're new. So it's important to look into those new rules so you don't break the rules, so you do not get in trouble. Fire. We have to draw up the ceasefire agreement on the bottle. On the bottle. Okay, good. Okay, that was our idiom. No, phrasal verbs. Okay, good, Carlos. Here we go, Carlos. I will go over the contract tonight. I will let you know tomorrow before signing off on the contract. Perfect. Katie, we went over the papers and found nothing wrong. Helga, it is better to go over the contract carefully before signing it off on and back out of a dubious deal. Okay, just one fix only, Helga. Before signing off on it. So we want the it to be after signing off on. So here we go, Helga. It is better to go over the contract carefully before signing off on it and back out of a dubious deal. So great sentence. Just put it after on. Signing off on it. Okay, good job, everyone. That was our worksheet. Yeah, good, Helga. Signing off on it. Okay, let's check the box. Now we have another worksheet, everybody. It's another worksheet. It's picture prompts. Picture prompts. That's number 3. And the topic is shopping and money. So we've been using the same topic, but changing the way we make sentences, right? So last week we used be going to. Before that we used like maybe the present perfect tense. So we're using different grammar points to talk about the same thing, right? So we're taking one topic and changing the way we write about the topic, right? So we're expanding, we're going deep, right? So we're not going wide, we're going deep. And so we're focusing on one topic, but going deep into the topic, right? And that's the plan with this activity, picture prompts. We did that with our last topic. I forgot what it was, but maybe there's about 9. We're gonna go about 9 different grammar points into the topic, right? So this is maybe we got a couple more with shopping and money, but we're going deep into that topic, talking about the topic, describing pictures about this topic. Okay, so we're using modal verbs today. And the modal verbs we're using is should. And that means advice and must. Strong necessity. Or rule. Right? You must follow the rules. And might. And that is possibility. Right? So, oh, there might be a sale this weekend. Oh, there might be a sale at the store. Oh, we must bring our wallet. We must bring cash when we go shopping. Should, right? You should check. You should compare prices, right? Advice. You should compare prices to get the best deal. Shopping and money. Okay, so we have a worksheet, and you will see 9 pictures, and you will make sentences describing those pictures using modal verbs. Modal verbs. Let's check out the worksheet. There it is. We have to make it larger. It's too small. Here we go. Okay, so our explanation, our directions are here. Look at the pictures. Modal verbs are used to show advice, obligation, or possibility. Should equals advice. Must equals strong necessity or rule. Might equals possibility. Write sentences for each picture. The pattern is subject, modal verb, base verb. All right, I forgot to write that down. So I'll put that here. So the pattern is subject, plus the modal verb, plus base verb. Okay, so subject, let's say you, for example, you, and then should, you should take your wallet. You should take cash. Because they don't take, for example, they don't take credit cards. There's a market here in my town, and I like the market. They have low prices. They have interesting items, things that you can't find at other markets, but it's cash only. I can't use my phone app, right? I like using my phone app because I don't have to carry cash with me. I don't have to worry about change, coins, right? I don't like coins in my pocket. So I like using my phone to buy things, right? Go to the supermarket. I like to use my phone. But at the Gyomu, the place is called Gyomu Supa, and only cash. So they don't take credit cards, they don't take phone apps, only cash. And so you must bring cash. You must bring cash. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, we have our actions. We have our actions. Oh, thank you, Mawana. Mawana, very kind. I have to give a kiss to Mawana. Mawana, thank you so much. I appreciate your kind support. Okay, Mawana, we are making sentences, okay? And we're talking about shopping and money. And we're using modal verbs in our sentences, all right? And this is the pattern. Subject, that's the person you're talking about. The modal verb and the base verb, right? So for example, you should pay with cash. Or that's that market that I like to go to. You must, it's a rule, you must pay with cash. Okay, here we go. Let's check out. Okay, now here are the actions, and I have an example sentence here, and then below you write your own sentences. So let's look at the action. And number one, check the return policy. Check, right? There's the verb. The action is check the return policy. So I have an example sentence. You should check the return policy before buying, right? So before you buy it, you should check the return policy. If something goes wrong, in case you don't like it, maybe, check the policy before you buy it. Okay, I'm making these larger, I guess. They're kind of small. Okay, so number one, the action is check the return policy. Number two, bring a reusable bag. Bring a reusable bag. Three, read the fine print on a sale item. Read the fine print on a sale item. Oh, sale sign. Read the fine print on a sale sign. Sorry about that. Number four, ask for a student discount. Ask for a student discount if you're a student, right? Five, keep the warranty card. Very important. Keep the warranty card. Same as like the receipt. Keep the receipt. Six, avoid impulse buying. Impulse buying, that is you buy without thinking about it. Impulse, oh, it looks nice, you buy it. don't, right? Impulse buying is you're not thinking like, do I need it? Thinking, should I buy it? Thinking, oh, do I really need it? Impulse buying, you see it, oh, that's beautiful, and you buy it. And then you go, oh, you go home after, oh, I shouldn't have bought that. So impulse buying is you buy it without thinking. Okay, avoid impulse buying, right? Think about it first. Don't just buy it. 7, use the store's mobile app. I like doing that. 8, pay attention to unit prices. Pay attention. Now, pay attention, that's not pay for something. Pay attention is to think about it. That's actually different. That's opposite of impulse buying. Like pay attention, like look at it, think about it, pay attention. Like for example, another example of pay attention is if you're crossing the street and there's lots of cars, so pay attention of the cars. Like look for the cars, make sure it's safe, pay attention. Like people who are looking at their cell phone, you see people like that. They're looking at their cell and they're just looking down and walking. They're not paying attention to anything. They're just looking at their cell phone and walking. And it's like they're dangerous. That's dangerous. Kids here on their bicycle, they're like looking at their cell phone and riding their bicycle. They're not paying attention to other people. They're not paying attention to the dangers around them. They're not paying attention to people around them. They're not paying attention to cars around them. They're not paying attention to anything around them. They're just looking at their cell phone and riding their bike or walking. So pay attention. Look carefully, know what's happening around you. And then here, pay attention to unit prices. So unit prices, so how much is in the bottle? How much is in the bag, right? So a large size There's lots of, volume in a small size. So maybe, the smaller size, oh, that's a low price, but you're not getting very much. Where the larger side is more expensive, but unit comparison, the larger size is cheaper than the smaller size. So pay attention to the unit sizes, compare, okay, if I get a large versus small, which one is a better deal? Okay, pay attention to unit prices. Double check your change. Double check your change, right? So you pay cash and then the cashier gives you change back, return some money, leftover money. And so make sure okay, that's correct, right? Make sure the cashier did not make a mistake. So double check your change. Is it correct? Okay, yeah, those are the 9. So, and then of course, I have an example sentence here. You should check the return policy before buying, right? Subject, modal verb is should, check is our base verb. Okay, so there we go. We have our 9 pictures, right? We have 9 pictures, and under the picture we have the action. And so make sentences using the action, like number 9. For example, you must double check your change. Or that's strong, right? That's strong. You must double check your change. Or something a little not so stern, a little lighter, not so strong. You should double check your change, for example. So use the our phrasal verbs today. Not phrasal verbs. Our modal verbs. Sorry, modal verbs today. Should, must, might. Okay, so in your sentence, you must. Rule. It's a rule. This is the rule of the worksheet, right? Must. So you must use one of these modal verbs. Should, must, might. Okay, so that's the rule. You must use a modal verb to describe the pictures, to describe the actions. There we go. We can make it a little bit bigger. Trying to make it as easy for you to see as possible. Okay, there we have our first 3 right now. There we go. Yeah, let's bring it up like that. Okay, so it's time to make sentences. Okay. Okay, Helga, everyone should check the return policy before buying. And after this worksheet, we have a quiz on top of the chat. There's a white box. In the white box, there's a sentence. In the sentence, there's a missing word. And there are 4 possible words that fit in that sentence. You choose the best word for the sentence. That's on top of the chat. It's a white box. We're going to do that after the worksheet. Okay, let's go and show you all. There we go. There are 6 right there. So the 6 actions again: check the return policy, bring a reusable bag, Read the fine print on a sale sign. Read the fine print on a sale sign. Ask for a student discount. Keep the warranty card. Avoid impulse buying. Okay, Carlos, you might bring a reusable bag to the store. Okay, so there's no to bring. You might bring a reusable bag to the store. Okay, Hannah. Okay, Hannah's sentence. Well, I need some, I got a cough here, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. I had to cough. Okay, Hannah, I must clean my house before I go to the office and bring up my proposal today. Who knows? I might get a busy schedule for the whole month. Very good. I must. There's our modal verb must, right? It's necessity, strong necessity. I must clean my house before I go to the office and bring up my proposal today. There we go. There's a phrasal verb, bring up. Who knows? I might. There's our modal verb, might, possibility. I might get a busy schedule for the whole month, right? So it's possible to get a busy schedule. Very good, Hannah. Okay, Helga, you should bring a reusable bag for your purchases. It's good for saving nature. I agree. Here in Japan, that's what everyone does. We bring our own reusable bag when we go to the supermarket. Carlos, you should read the fine print on a sale sign because there's no exchanges. Very good, Carlos. Katie, she should check the return policy in the store. Good. You're welcome, Hannah. Nice sentence, Hannah. Very good. Okay, let's look at, here we go. We got all 9 here now. Number 7, use the store's mobile app. 8, pay attention to unit prices. 9, double check your change. Okay, Fire, you should check the return policy again and again. Very good. Carlos, you must keep the warranty card. Helga, you should ask for a student discount if you are a student. Yes. Right, so a lot of times movie theaters will do that. Yeah, so it's like usually like movie theaters and maybe some, I think it's about, I don't know what else gives student discounts. Oh, like amusement parks. Yeah, movie theaters, amusement parks. I'm not sure about other places. Fire, you should bring a reusable bag whenever, oh, sorry. She should bring a reusable bag whenever she goes shopping. Good. Helga, you must keep a warranty card. Who knows what will happen? Of course. Yep. That's right. Something could go wrong. You have to return it. So you need that warranty card to prove that it is guaranteed. It's under warranty. Helga says, I must avoid impulse buying. Don't buy it. Think before you buy. Think before you buy. Think before you buy. Think before you buy. Okay, let's go 3 more minutes and then we'll do the quiz on top of the chat. So let's go 3 minutes. Write your sentences using these modal verbs, talking about shopping and money, the worksheet, right? So let's 3 minutes and then we will do the quiz on top of the chat. So 3 minutes, write your sentences. Okay, fire. She should read the fine print on a sale sign before taking items into the shopping basket. Okay, so not taking but putting, okay, fire? She should read the fine print on a sale sign before putting items into the shopping basket. Katie, don't forget to bring your reusable bag for the purchases. Okay, 2 more minutes, and then we will do the quiz on top of the chat. If you haven't done the quiz, do it now. Carlos, you should pay attention to unit prices. Yes. Okay, yeah, Katie, I was going to say something, but you had a good sentence. But yeah, so we're practicing modal verbs. So we could do negative, you shouldn't forget, right? So you can put, instead of don't, you could put shouldn't, right? You can make it negative, should not, right? So Katie, you shouldn't forget to bring your reusable bag for the purchases. Okay, we got about 1 more minute. Write your sentences. Okay, fire. She should read the fine print on a sale sign before putting items into the shopping basket. Good. Putting items. Good. Putting items into. Put into. Put into. Thank you, Carlos. I agree. Yeah, great sentences today, right? Using the phrasal verbs, talking about business, great business sentences, great sentences talking about business, and then our modal verbs today, shopping and money, great sentences. Everyone's doing fantastically. Carlos says he read all the sentences, right? Carlos is a great student because he knows we learn by example. So he's reading everyone's sentences. So he's getting all this input. He's getting all this information, words and vocabulary and the way we say sentences. So Carlos is reading all the sentences in the chat. He's learning a lot. Okay. So we read, that was the timer. So let's close the worksheet. And of course, all the worksheets are on my Patreon. Support me on Patreon and get all the worksheets. Support me there so I can support you here. Okay, fire. She should ask for a student discount for saving money. So we don't need her there, fire. She should ask for a student discount for saving money. For saving money. That is a good sentence. Okay. Great job. There we go. We did our conversation from 50 Very Short Conversations. Topic was at home, and we made sentences using household chores. And the pattern, I like to, for example, I like to sweep the floor. I like to wash the dishes. I like to clean the bathroom, right? We do household chores to keep our house beautiful and to keep it running smoothly, right? Living in it smoothly, right? We want to live in a clean place. We want to use clean dishes. We want to wear clean clothes. We want to take a shower in a clean shower. We want to sleep in a clean bed and so forth, right? So we have to do household chores. And then we did phrasal verbs. And the topic was business, so the phrasal verbs were connected to business. And then we just finished another worksheet, picture prompts, the topic shopping and money, and we used modal verbs to make sentences. For example, should, must, might. Okay, great job, everyone. Okay, just looking at the chat here for a sec. Okay, good. Okay, so let's now do the quiz on top of the chat. There's a white box. In the white box, there's a sentence. In the sentence, there's a missing word. Choose the best word for the sentence. Let's have a look here. Oops. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready for the sentence? No. Let's start again. Here we go. Let me get some water here. Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you ready for the quiz? Okay, great. The sentence is, the drives people to different places in the city. The drives people to different places in the city. Choose the best word. Is it waiter? Is it dentist? Is it singer? Is it taxi driver? Does the sentence go like this? The waiter drives people to different places in the city. The dentist drives people to different places in the city. The singer drives people to different places in the city. The taxi driver drives people to different places in the city. Waiter, dentist, singer, taxi driver. Choose the best word. Good luck. All right. Yes, it is taxi driver, of course. Good. Hannah, Helga, the taxi driver drives people to different places in the city. Carlos, yes, taxi driver. Katie, taxi driver. Fire Candle, you are correct. It is taxi driver. Good job, everyone. Hooray. Congratulations. Great job today. Everyone did great. Everyone wrote great sentences using phrasal verbs, using household chores, vocabulary connected to household chores, and using modal verbs talking about shopping and money. So today we had lots of great sentences, lots of learning in the chat. Thank you for being here with me, because of course, without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So thank you so much, everyone. I will be back on Tuesday, 5 p.m. I live in Japan. We're talking Japan time right here. This is Japan time. Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Thursdays, 10 a.m. Sundays, 10 a.m. Today is Sunday. We started at 10 a.m. today. And of course, our first activity was a conversation from my book, 50 Very Short Conversations. So you can get all my books at Amazon.com. And the worksheets we did today were on my Patreon. Support me there so I can support you here. And Carlos was here today with us. Carlos is on the green team. Join the friendly green team. Support me so I can support you. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day or night or morning, wherever you are. Have a great time. Peace and love to you and your family. Smile. When you smile, you are happy, and by smiling, you spread that smile to other people. So keep smiling and be safe. Stay safe. And I will be back on Tuesday here with you. But every day I upload videos and shorts and quizzes and every day English videos for your learning needs. Okay, so come to my channel every day. And yeah, that would be great. I love you. Okay, everyone, let's count down and say goodbye together, okay? And so I want Carlos, thank you, buddy. Helga, thank you. Katie, thank you. Fire, thank you. Katie and Hannah and everyone else, thank you so much for being here with me, and Katie, and of course, without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, we're going to count down and say goodbye together. Here we go. 5. Let me get ready here. Okay, I'm ready now here. I'm ready for the countdown. Are you ready for the countdown? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, everyone. Smile. Peace and love to you and your family. Be safe, stay healthy, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much. Take it easy. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.